Welcome to the Strange Sports of Rules show, an effort to break through the misery, mystery, silliness and shocking truths behind some of the weird ideas, facts and downright fiction that surround how sports are played. And today we begin with tennis. Our blockchain sports team took their sweet time trying to boil down the sport's madcap massive rules, laws, subsections and bylaws so that we could address just three of the most misunderstood, misjudged and misrepresented elements of tennis. Number 3 will blow your mind, so silence please. Love all, let's get it on. The most obvious and curious, in a sense, is tennis's archaic and rather weird scoring system. Love all, 15 love, 30 love, 40 love, juice advantage and game. Okay, look, I know the other player scored 3 points, but I kind of let them. Is there a reason why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 isn't used? Is there a historical precedent or predilection? And here's the fact. It's all a lie.
Oh.
There's no basis for it, none, zero, zip, or in tennis parlance, love. Sports historians and tennis ones in particular are eager to show an ancient, royal and prestigious link, and it's codswallop. Like the time I met a guy in a train in England who told me he was the 4th Duke of Kidderminster and a little short on cash. So could I lend him a fiver until the Queen of England paid out his monthly stipend? The warning signs, of course, were there. I mean, do dukes walk around in Arsenal shirts and speak with a Newcastle accent? But still, I was young, 25. And I still believe that I'll get my money back. So wherever you are, Duke. Okay, from Victorian times on, the scoring was regulated as it is now. But before that, there is none, zip, love. Okay, look, I did that. But there is not a single verifiable fact as to how tennis scoring originated back before the 19th century. Our second one brings you the taste of strawberries and cream and the smell of grass. No, we're not talking about Amsterdam. These are just two of the assaults on the senses that the biggest annual tennis tournament delivers, even to viewers at home. Now, while player grunting has been reduced to plus 12 sensibility and levels of social acceptability, the blinding white on Wimbledon's courts is both a delight and disturbance each June and July. But just why do the laws of this quintessential English tournament insist that players wear all white? For this, we've got the Victorian British to blame, them and their stinky pits. No, not the cold kind, these ones, for this strangest of strange rules. Apparently, royalty and polite society believe that putting little kids up chimneys or down those mines, photographing yourself with the deceased or making jewelry from hair, and of course attending freak shows was okay, but that people should be abhorred and appalled by some pit stains. So because they believed that coloured clothes would show sweat more clearly, a rule was brought in across the tennis world, a rule that lingered like sweat on a blue shirt until 1972, when the US Open became the first international tournament to see sense and remove it, just as a good washing powder would those sweat stains. Presently, Wimbledon is the only tournament in the world which enforces this archaic and some would say silly rule. Our final rule is the strangest one of all, as I said at the top of the show. After the first game of a match, players change ends, and then after every second game. Now, it's understandable why football teams change ends, even hockey or basketball, but why so often in tennis? Wind and sun, as well as court conditions, are the reasons behind the regular change of ends according to the rulebook. The custom can be traced back to pre-Victorian times when fair play and balance was important. Now, the first mentions of this custom are from the 17th century, and then of course the Victorian British simply codified it. However, unlike scoring and Wimbledon's weird dress code, I bet you didn't know that the changing of ends can be, well, changed to swapping at the end of every single game. Such a move is on the way. As you toss your ball high into the sky, you can be blinded by the sun, as I just was. You can also see the ball move with strong gusts of winds, and of course, if the court is sloped or slightly waterlogged at one end, there is an advantage or a disadvantage. Under Rule 10 of the laws of the game, an amendment is on the way to allow players to agree prior to start of the match to change ends after every single game, thus allowing actual balance and fair play. Game, set and match for this show. See you next time for some more strange rules of sport. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Of course, comment on our show and ring that little bell to see the latest shows straight away.